Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, it doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And this is the Knight of Cups, right? This is giving and receiving love. This is an act of kindness. This is an act of love. This is some affection. This is a gesture. This is a gesture, right? This might be an unexpected gesture coming in. It could be somebody that you least expect to be nice to you is going to do something really amazing for you, right? Let's get a little context. Who is this person? What are they doing and why? We see some challenges here. Here's a 5 of Pentacles and a 7 of Wands. I feel like you're in a bit of a bind right now. It might be a financial situation. It might be something that, excuse me, it might be something that we are really struggling against. It feels like the odds are pretty great here, okay? But, interesting. Okay, I'm kind of rethinking this whole thing now. I almost wonder if this might be somebody else in your life. This might be, could be an older male energy. They might be a water sign, maybe a Cancer person. I wonder if they are experiencing some of this, maybe a financial difficulty. Because here is the Knight of Wands. This is your superpower card. I wonder if you are coming to the rescue of somebody else because you feel as if they are in a situation where they're over their head. And you need to, through the goodness of your heart, you need to help them in whatever way you can to get them back on this very productive path. Okay, I'm not quite sure yet which way this is going. If this is interesting. See, now we've got someone else over here, and we've got a 5 of Cups. So there's kind of like, to me, there's a couple of things going on. There's an emotional situation, and then there's this kind of physical, financial situation. They could be connected. I wonder if this maybe even is some kind of a medical thing. And it really is important for you to do what you can to help right now. Okay. Let's select the mystery card. This one's tough. I'm getting some conflicting energy here. So here's the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. It's a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're going to set it down over here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and give us our confirmation. Let's take a look around the room here. Major Arcana over here with the Hermit energy. Now, the Hermit energy could be a couple of things. It could be you not wanting to get involved. It could be you not wanting anybody else to get involved, right? If this is your situation, and I think we're going to keep it open, okay, so that you can apply this to your life. If this is you getting involved in somebody else's trouble, to be of assistance, to be of service to somebody else, or if this is somebody that's coming in your life to be of service to you, and it feels like someone that you least expect. And I'm kind of leaning toward this energy, even though we see this Knight of Wands up here at the top. And maybe this is our impulse, right? Is to kind of run the other way. Maybe you're currently in this hermit mode because you're dealing with something very private. You're dealing with this 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Okay? And maybe there is somebody entering your life, someone that you don't expect, someone who's trying to do a kindness for you, trying to do a good deed, trying to be of service to you in your life. it's not somebody that you expect. It's not like this is the doctor or this is like your best friend or something. It's somebody that you're not expecting. Could be a family member that you wouldn't expect them to have any kind of anything to offer you in this situation. But this is some energy coming in, and your first instinct is to run the other way. Whenever we're in a kind of troubling situation, I think our impulse really is to go off somewhere and be by ourselves to deal with it. That's why you have some sort of personal emergency. You run to the other room where you can be alone and deal with it in private. I feel like that's you. I feel like you're very much ready to just kind of take off, go somewhere secluded and private and deal with what's going on. But there is this other person who's bringing this kind of solution to you. And I feel like it's really going to change the course of events, but you don't want it. You have this dilemma, this resistance to it. 5 of Pentacles, but 5 of Cups. It's just kind of like, we don't like receiving favors, especially from that person we don't like. We don't want to feel in any way obligated towards somebody helping us, especially if that person is not somebody that we want to have in our life, not somebody that we are close to anymore. It could be somebody that we've had a falling out with. It could be a family member that we haven't been talking to in a while. We got that 10 of Swords here in the position of the environment. But let's look around the room again, because the major arcana that we have is the Hermit. And this is kind of this, we've got our back to the situation. We're dealing with something. It's kind of like we've turned away. We're dealing with something over here. And somebody's coming behind us saying, let me help you, let me help you. No, I got it. Right? I feel like this is your kind of, this is your situation now. It could be that you're dealing with something physical, something medical right now. I thought it was maybe financial, but I don't know that it is. I almost wonder if you've got some, like an acute illness. Maybe you've got the flu, right? Maybe there was an injury or something, or you're dealing with something physical. We don't have to go into details, right? But I feel like this is really, this energy that's coming in is really seriously changing the reality of the situation. But again, there's this resistance that you're feeling toward it, okay? And I wonder who this person is. Again, I think it's maybe an older male energy. They might be a water sign, might be a Cancer person. The 7 of Wands underneath everything. I think this is something that the odds are against you, right? This feels like a really big challenge, but it feels like it's you going up against a Goliath, right? It feels like it's really a big mountainous obstacle in front of you. Nevertheless, you don't want help. Maybe this, for some of you, maybe this isn't a particular person yet. Maybe we don't know who that person is. Maybe it's not about them. Maybe it's about you not wanting any kind of assistance at all, trying to do everything yourself, feeling like it has to be you against the mountain, that you have to be David, and it has to be Goliath, and that's the way it is, right? Someone that is kind of rejecting any kind of assistance. You have a general vibe about you that you don't want anybody to approach you, you don't want anybody to help you. But there is this helpful energy coming in, wherever it's coming from, whoever it's coming from, that is going to drastically change the reality of your situation, going from a 5 of Pentacles to a 9. They've got something that you really need, and it kind of sucks that it's coming from someone you don't like, or you have this resistance to it. At the same time, you know you need it, right? If your mortal enemy has the magic cure for what ails you, what do? Pride can be there, and you reject it, and you don't get the cure. Or you can say, fine, give it to me. We'll deal with this relationship after, but first you got to drink the cure, you got to take the antidote or whatever, and then we'll deal with the issues, right? But just because you're receiving help from somebody, because whoever, if this is a particular person that we're talking about, just because you're receiving help from them, does that mean that you have to go and then be friends with them again? Or if this is an ex, let's say, does that mean you have to get back together with him? No. Does this mean you have to reject their help? No. So what do? It's one of those pickles, one of those pickles. But this has the potential to really suddenly and drastically change your destiny. And this is your superpower. Your superpower is you're usually the one rushing in to help people. You're the one that doesn't hesitate. You're the one that always has the answers, always has the quick decisions. This card is also talking about the suddenness of things coming in your way. And that rubs you, I think, the wrong way. Goes against your grain a little bit. Because you're the one that does that. You're the one that kind of all of a sudden, can rush in and do what needs to be done and take care of business. You don't want anything doing that to you. You don't want anything rushing into your life. You don't want drastic and sudden changes. And maybe the drastic and sudden change was this Five of Pentacles. I don't know exactly what it is. It could be a health thing. It could be a financial thing. It could be something has broken down. There's been some kind of movement, some kind of chaos or disorder in the physical environment. Things are changing in the physical world. Maybe that happened quite suddenly. But that sudden change in the physical environment is bringing in this very sincere energy, the Knight of Cups here. This gesture doesn't feel like it has any ulterior motives. Doesn't feel like there's an agenda here. It's just somebody that's rushing in to help. This is a good Samaritan kind of energy, if anything, right? Somebody that sees a problem, doesn't hesitate, just jumps in. Well, that's usually you. I think that you're that type of person. But you don't want anybody doing that. I got it, right? This could be a total stranger, for all we know, right? And then it changes our fate. Our destiny has changed. Now, rather than this turmoil and things getting unstable and shaky and all the ground moving beneath our feet, now we're gaining ground. Now things are solidifying. Now things are building up bigger and more steady, more stable. So now what's your obligation to this person? What do you do? Especially if this is, well, if it's a stranger, it's almost easier, right? Because it's just really a sincere thank you and maybe, whatever. A gift, a reward, buy them dinner or just, but if it's somebody that you've had a falling out with, and now we've got that 10 of Swords in the position of the environment. We have the 5 of, this is a problem and a solution again, because we have a 5 and we go to a 9 of Pentacles. We have a 5, we go to it's a 10. But it's very similar, right? Problem and then the aftermath. Problem and then the aftermath. I almost wonder if this is somebody that you were is it somebody that you're going to break up with, or somebody that you're going to kind of take a break from or split from? You already have the intention to never talk to them again, but then they do something that's just super kind or helpful. They do something that really makes a big, huge impact in your life, but it's I was going to break up with them this very day, And so we've got the 5, we've got that emotional thing, and then the ending of the relationship. It could be that this was already your intention, and then this happens. And if we want to reverse this and say it's the other way around, you already have these feelings, right? Mixed feelings, something doesn't feel right, and we're moving into the 10 of Swords thinking we're going to end this relationship. Well, then maybe they got sick. Maybe they had an accident. And then this would be you rushing in to help, to be there for that person. It's you don't even think, you don't hesitate. You just drop what you do and you rush and you help. But you were going to break up with them. that very day, right? So either way we look at this, we're in a bit of a pickle. We're in a bit of a dilemma here. And I think that this is what's going on. I think this is something that we've got to kind of think through a little bit. It seems like one of these kind of ethical dilemmas, right? We've got a lot of knights here. Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords. A lot of this energy rushing in. Rushing in, rushing. Rushing in to save the day. This is rushing in with a decision, right? And I wonder why this card's in the position of the environment. This is the environment. In the position of your obstacle, your fear, your worry, and concern, what you don't want. This is where our dilemma is. It's swooping right down into this Ten of Swords. This is in the environment. This is your relationship with the environment. So I think that this is, or was, the intention to not communicate with that person, to break up with them or to end that relationship, whatever it was. But now, the obstacle is swooping in with that decision. Now, we're already on this dive bomb of a trajectory. We're already going in that direction. And now at the last minute, you've got to try to pull up. Because now it's like, whoa. Maybe I don't. Maybe I can't. Maybe that's not what I got to do. So we're almost at that Ten of Swords, and then this happens, and it feels like we've got to really quickly move out of the way. But this is something, it's like you've already sent the email. And then all this happens, and then you've got to quickly unsend the email. I don't know if you can do that or not. Or you've mailed a letter, or, whatever. Sent the telegram, So this is a quick change of course. This is very quickly pulling up, changing course, diverting all of the aircraft, and then saying, okay, what do I still want to do this? Can I do this? Is it going to be wrong of me to do this still? So we're starting to rethink this decision. I think we've already made the decision. We already had things in motion to finalize something. Like you've already mailed the divorce papers or something, and now you've got to go and try to catch it before it arrives, and that sort of thing. The good news is the Three of Cups at the end. This is going to have a happy ending for you. I don't know what that happy ending is going to be. But this at least is some very, very hopeful stuff at the end here. And what else is good is this Nine of Pentacles, of course. This is the restoration of that solid ground. Whatever the trouble is in the physical, material world is going to be remedied. It is going to succeed. Something is failing. Something is not doing well. Something is in need of repair. It's going to get repaired. It's going to thrive. It's going to flourish. It's going to be very profitable, etc. Could be that you were going to fire somebody at work, and then they just happen to do the greatest thing ever, and they pull in a really big account, or they make a really huge sale, and it's like, I was just about to fire them. Does this one deed change the course of history? Does this one event change your intentions, change the plan that you had already committed to? Like I said, things are already in motion. You already put the pink slip in their locker that they're fired. And then this thing happens. They do this really good deed, whatever it is. And now we've got to rethink things, and we have to rethink them quickly. What do we do? Do we wait? Do we give it another day and then do it? Do we just let things go? The ball's already rolling. What do we do? The Three of Cups, I think, it's your understanding of the kind of feeling that you want out of this. You know that if you don't do the right thing, it's going to eat away at you. So it really is important that you take the time, that we divert the aircraft, that we pull back on the reins, we pull up on the stick, and give it another couple of thoughts. Okay? Because you know that it's going to matter, that if you don't do the right thing here, it's going to affect you. I want to look at the mystery card. I'm curious what this is going to be. It almost does seem like a work thing more than even a romantic thing. I don't think it's a romantic thing. I don't know that it's someone that you're breaking up with. I think it's someone that you kind of want to fire, or it's a coworker or something that it's just someone that you really don't like, but then they do something that, does it redeem them? Does it change your opinion of things? Does it change your decision? Does it change the course of history? Is this going to be the Hanged Man? If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. I don't know what this is going to be. King of Wands. Fixed in that fire. I feel like this is you letting the same decision go through. This is you not changing your mind. This is you not changing that course, that impulse, that whatever's already in motion. It's staying in motion. All right? It's got that momentum, and it seems like that's what you're leaning towards. That's what you're going to do, is continue. But we still have to have that moment where we say, wait, pause. Think about it. And then, okay, just keep going. Just keep going. You know? It seems to me like this one event, this one deed, does not completely redeem this energy to the point where you need to make a different decision or change your mind or stop something that's already been decided on. Okay? Now, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up here. There's a link down below. New readings for Aries, Wednesday and Sunday. I felt the need to do a bonus reading. Spirit was telling me that there was something very important going on, and you needed something before your normal day of reading. So this was it, all right? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.